believe it or not, but it's like the third time that I'm trying to make this review because I want to say so many things about this book, but I don't want to spoil any of it to you. So I'm going to be very brief about the summary of the book, and then I'm going to talk about points it talks about, which I think are important. We are going to, well, as you can see, it's Raybearer by Ifueko, and that's her first book. And I have to say that I'm completely amazed by everything that she has created in these pages. I love reading, and for me it's very easy to, imagine myself inside this story when I'm reading. And once in a while there's a book that comes to me and I'm completely flabbergasted about how can someone create something so amazing. How can someone have the ability of creating this amazing world building, these amazing characters, these amazing situations, magic system, and I am, left speechless thinking, oh my god, that's talent. And that's what I felt with this book. It was a very hype book. I saw reviewers from all around saying that this book is amazing, and it is. So I didn't read many reviews because I didn't want, to be very hype up and then, expecting something other or whatever. So I wanted to, immerse myself, knowing only that it was a very hype book, very expected book. And I have to say that I have to agree with everyone that say that it's amazing. I only read this summary here, and as I say at the beginning, I'm going to keep the explanation about the book very short because I want you to be surprised by it. Let's say that we have this girl who's called Tarisai. She's been brought up in a house with servants, but she has been very deprived of touch, relationships, because everyone that's around her doesn't want to touch her because she has the ability of reading your memories if she touches you, and everyone is like keeping her, at arm's length. And also she has a mother, but it's a very absent mother, and she grows up barely seeing her, and she feels like she yearns for the love and the recognition of the mother, but she's like this figure, she's very distant, she's like, and I love the books bring up this kind of relationships which are not perfect between mother and daughter, because that kind of relationships can stunt you for life because they leave you hanging there. You want to be seen, to be recognized, to feel like everyone someone sees you and that you matter. So you are learning for the love that you didn't receive when you were younger. So she comes from that place that somehow leaves her mark, she has this kind of trauma. And suddenly the mother of Tarisai tells her that she has to go to the palace. She doesn't say that in so many words, but we are going to learn that she sends her away to the palace where she has to ingratiate herself with the prince, and then she has to kill him. So that's all I'm saying about the plot. And obviously Tarisai wants to write her own story. She doesn't want to be like an appendix of her mother or do everything she says just because she says. But she finds that that place in which she has to obey, some sort of obey, because she wants to do what her mother expects of her, but she also wants to be her own person. And this is one of the topics that I find very powerful in this book. The fact that sometimes we carry the sins of our parents, and that we kind of feel like they shape us, but we want to break away from all of that. We want to write our own story. We want to be recognized by who we are and not by what was done to us when we were being raised up or something like that. You know what I mean? And I love that. And also it brings the topic of family, the family that you are born into and the one that you choose. We have Tarisai here, that she wants to be loved. She wants to feel all of that feelings which she was deprived when she was younger. So she yearns for a family, she yearns for recognition, she yearns for love. And that, in the beginning of the book, I think it's very easy to understand this kid who wants to be part of something, that she has always been, behind the scenes, and she wants to be part of something. For me, it was very easy to relate to this girl who's going to be, growing before our eyes, and she's going to be learning that she has to raise her own voice, that she has to create her own story, that, okay, what her mother did shape her, but she's something more than just, you know, a puppet of a mother or something like that. And that's something that I loved about her as a character and as a person. And I have to say that the world building is amazing. I love how Jordan Ifueko created this world that we can understand because it's very similar to our own, but she put magic on it. And I love all the elements that create this world. I mean, I was completely amazed by it. I was never lost. I was never feeling like I don't understand that or I need more explanations, because everything is constructing in your eyes, in front of your eyes as you keep on reading. And she did an amazing job on building that world building. Building that world building, okay, yeah. Building that world before your eyes and making you feel like you understand everything, because you do. And it's I don't know if my review is going to make justice to this book, because it's so good that I don't know how even say that. As I said, the world building is very lush, it's very vivid. It happens to me when I read a book by an African American author or African author, that somehow I feel like I'm just, you know, listening to a storyteller, that I'm sitting around a campfire and there is someone telling me this story. And this book also portrays it magnificently, because the drums have a very strong presence, and we are going to find I'm not going to find none now to show you, but sometimes we are told stories in a very special way that resonate, and I can feel this movement, this magic, this dance, this, you know, everything that makes it unique. That's why I love Own Voices books, because they tell me some things that I don't know, and they do it in their own voices, and I love how they can resonate with me, because I'm learning something new and I'm submerging myself into another culture, into another mythos, and I love that. I mean, it's an amazing, vivid, lush book, and everything it explains, everything it tells, it's amazing. And I think it's very important what Jordan Ifueko says here. You know, at the beginning, it's for the kid scanning fairy tales for a hero with a face like theirs. I love that, because let's be honest here, the world sometimes fails to represent everyone, and I love the little kids can have someone in the book that looks like them. And yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's I loved the culture, the mythos, the storytelling, the voices, the different characters. I love seeing dark skins. I love seeing different things that usually you don't see in books, and I love when they are portrayed like this. I mean, it's a very powerful book. For me, it's like you have to read this one because it's amazing. And I know I keep the plot very big, but I don't want to give away any of the amazing surprises you're going to find here. Also, the characters, all of them are very fleshed out. It's like they are real people. It's like, as I said, it's like I was sitting in front of a fire and someone was telling me a story of people that actually lived and breathed, and they're telling me their stories. So, you know, back then there was this guy called Sanjit, and there was this girl called Tarisai, and their story, I can't believe that they exist. When I read this book and I close the last page, it's like they were real people, and they are going to stay with me because their story is amazing. And sorry if my review doesn't convey everything I wanted to, but this book is amazing. So yeah, make yourself a favor and pick this one because you're going to love it. Thank you for watching. Bye.